This is my Peak Candle Supply free sample fragrance oil. Yeah, I requested it when I ordered some fragrances. I love Peak fragrances. They last long and they have the flash point clearly marked on the bottle. The flash point for Island Nectar is 200 degrees, so that I don't accidentally burn off my fragrance and waste my time and money. It's Peak, and they're not expensive either. They're not expensive. It's peakcandle.com. These are my homemade molds. It's peakcandle.com. This one I coated with silicone. It took a long time for the odor to leave, and it's easier to do this just to line your box. Even though I use both molds. Now I'm rebatching today. I'm rebatching. I had a lot of these, and I needed some hand soap, and I wanted to up the super fat content of my soaps. I still have plenty of 5%, but not 8. I don't have any 8. So I approximated an 8% super fat for my rebatch, and as you see, it's been going for about an hour. It's going to take all day, and probably all day tomorrow, or maybe just half a day tomorrow. I put maybe a quarter cup of water just so that it could get going with the melting and steaming. I steamed up the lens. That's why they have a telephoto function. This is just a rebatch. I'm not making soap from scratch right now. Need some castor oil. So this is soap where I would trim down my existing soaps to make them all nice and even and pretty. And you have all these soap scraps, so you don't throw them out. You rebatch, or you can use it for decoration. So I'm rebatching mine, and I'm adding more fat to up the super fat content, and I'm adding fragrance from Peak Candle Supply. I ordered pink sugar fragrance from Peak. Peakcandle.com.
Yeah, that, right?
I requested a free sample and they gave it to me. And I'm really pleased with Peak. I really am. I can't think that I would order a fragrance from any other place. They send your things right away. And you're kind enough to send me a free sample upon request. To be honest, I ordered it for the pink sugar. I got tall grass, which smells just like fresh cut grass. My favorite is strawberry. It's a single note strawberry that I just find delicious. They also have a Georgia peach that I'm going to use. But right now, I think I'm going to put Island Nectar, my free sample, in my rebatch. Maybe a couple of drops of my bulk apothecary cedarwood, since my brother and my son do not want to smell like flowers, they told me. Well, I'm going to let this go, and it has to melt down a whole lot more. And then I'm going to put it in a mold, and it's going to harden, and I'm going to slice it, and we're going to use it. And that's it. I just wanted... Oh, and another thing I'm doing. I got this off of Pinterest. I don't know if you can see it. Orange peels soaked in vinegar. And then I use the vinegar to clean with. I also made a fabric softener from, again, some fragrance oil and vinegar. Yep, that's exactly what I did. And I'll tell you how it comes out. I can smell the fragrance oil. I'm surprised I can. And vinegar is supposed to soften your clothes. I ran out, and I keep forgetting to get dryer sheets, and I've been out a billion times and not gotten them. So I'm going to try this and see how it works. And that's all for now. Let's see, I don't have any wheatgrass going, but I am growing lavender, starting my seeds indoors, wildflowers, and thyme. And these are snow peas and more lavender. Right now, all you see is dirt, however. Figure I get a little Bible reading in as my soap melts down. And put my fragrance in there, and that'll be it. After it hardens, and I like to let even my hot process sit for maybe a week. But that's hot process from scratch. This is just Rebatch. After it cools, you can use it right away because there are no active lye ingredients in it. Just melting your soap back down. True soap will melt down back into the liquids, and then when you take away the heat source, it will go back to a solid. Oh, and I added a little ground wheatgrass, dried wheatgrass. After you get the wheatgrass juice out of the wheatgrass, let it dry. Use it in your soap. Just put it in a coffee grinder to get it really fine. And that and oatmeal added to my Rebatch. Yeah, thanks, Peak. Really good product. All right. Okay, this is my soap. I really didn't wait too long for it to harden up. I mean, because if it gets too hard, it's hard to cut. And I use my wavy cutter. I don't know, maybe the light's better over here. I think it looks pretty good. You know, I did go ahead and put a little color in excuse me, a little color in there, and apparently not enough color because it's still gray. And there's that line of soap curls I left in there. I'm surprised it adhered. And I used my candy thermometer to take the temperature of the soap. It said 185. But I don't know, maybe I didn't put enough fragrance in there because, you know, my whole family uses this soap, and if my son detects a hint of flour, he will not use the soap. But it's nice and thick. I made nice thick bars, and I got them over here drying because even though it's hot process, French milled, hand milled Rebatch, whatever you want to call it, soap, it needs to dry completely. So I have it over here by the register. They're drying. And that's it. I rebatched some soap today because we needed some more soap. I'm still hanging on to my prettier soaps. Maybe somebody will buy them. Alrighty.